Hello, I'm Josh and I'm back with another Hamster Productions channel autumn year in review update video. Hamster autumn year in review update. Hey Yaru? So I'm going to talk about this and the progress I'm making in a little bit, and hopefully then the bagpipes will make sense. But first, I want to thank everyone for their lovely feedback on my most recent science documentary, Cold Snap: Imaging the Universe's Coldest Temperatures. This project was a collaboration between myself and STFC's ISIS neutron and muon source. I had great fun working with the team down in Oxfordshire, and I really enjoyed learning about all the science that they do. I'm still kind of amazed that we got away with putting a Lego figure into a real particle accelerator. So if you've not checked it out already, I very highly recommend that you do so. The link to that and actually everything I'll mention in this update will be down in the description. Some of the film's animation was included in a presentation at the prestigious 2023 International Symposium on Quantum Fluids and Solids in Manchester. So it's been really nice for me, even in a small way, to remain part of the physics scene this year. Speaking of which, if you remember a few years ago, myself and a team at Lancaster University cooled Lego down to the coldest possible temperatures. Well, I have great news on that front because a team at Leiden University have published a paper where they actually use Lego blocks as thermal insulators. Really great to see another team use the results that we found on Lego in their own experiments. And I hope this is just the beginning of scientists finally understanding the potential of Lego insulators. This year I celebrated hitting 200,000 subscribers, and so I just want to say thank you again to everyone who subscribed, and if you haven't already, go check out the celebration video. I also had great fun hosting award-winning stop-motion artist Georgia Madden from Sheen Animation for the annual Hamster Productions Christmas livestream. It's a bit of a long one, but if you want to learn about stop-motion animation and the people that make it, I highly recommend you give it a watch. I also featured in an episode of the Brick Filmers Guild podcast alongside the hosts Kim and Dave. We talk all things stop motion, Lego, physics, and we really went in depth. So I highly recommend listening to that podcast episode if you want to know more about what I do and my take on Lego animation in general. The Hamster Production studio that you can see around me is actually part of a community of residents at Make. And they recently celebrated their 10-year anniversary. And I took part with the first ever Hamster Productions exhibit. I had such a great time sharing my work with the community, and I got loads of interesting questions about what I do. So, now for the big one. Many of you will already know that filming is well underway on my latest animation. If you hadn't figured out already, this is actually Urquhart Castle, which is by Loch Ness. So that is your hint as to what my future animation is about. I've been using these guides to come up with the plans of the castle. You can actually still go and see this castle today at Loch Ness. Slightly more ruined than it is in my model here. This project has been so much more ambitious than I originally even envisaged when I came up with the idea. And I mean that in a very good way. I think the quality of the production is excellent. It's far more sophisticated than any animation I've made previously. We're all going to have to be just a little bit more patient to see its completion. But let me tell you now, it will be worth it. And I'm doing everything I can to get the film finished by winter this year. So we're thinking either very late 2023 or very early 2024. Watch this space. It's going to be a big one. Make sure you follow any of my social media or the YouTube community page to keep up to date with when I plan to release the film. Also, I really want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreons and YouTube members. I really appreciate your support, and it really does help push me to produce my best work. here at Hamster Productions. So to those of you who aren't a Patreon or YouTube member, there's some really cool perks available. You can get your name in the credits of all of my videos, including the big animation that's coming. Also, if you choose the highest level, the Hamster Producer level, you get a weekly update from me about what I've been doing in the studio and just my week in general. Also, please note that the Hamster Production store, of course, still stocks things like this wonderful mug. And you can also get things like stickers and posters and that kind of thing. So go check out the Hamster Production store. I hope you've enjoyed this update, autumn update, year in review. If you've got a name for these annual updates I do, please put it in the comments and I'll consider it. As always, thank you for watching. I've got animation to finish, so I'll see you next time. Bye.
Well, I started out in June, and I thought I'd do okay. Now I sing another tune, and I've been another way. I've been down this road before, but I've seen a different day. Stopped off at your door.